Imagine a spark igniting a flame, a small group of students standing up for their beliefs, their actions resonating across the United States. This, my friends, is the genesis of a movement, a ripple effect that started with the courageous actions of a few. It began modestly in select universities and cities, with the number of participants growing day by day, week by week. The student movement was no longer just about students. Faculty members, citizens who felt the same, they all joined the cause, their voices blending into a powerful chorus demanding change. The response? Over 1,200 detentions nationwide, a clear sign that their actions were making an impact. But it was more than just a response, it was an affirmation. These weren't just students, they were catalysts of change. It's a phenomenon Charles Tilly would describe as disconnected collective actions finding common ground, thereby constructing a social movement. As the student movement grows, the reaction from the American elite establishment is swift and decisive. Local governments and police forces spring into action, reclaiming elite university campuses as the number of arrests across the United States surpasses 1,200. But it's not just students in the crosshairs. Faculty and citizen sympathizers are ensnared too. In an attempt to dilute the strength of the movement, the establishment starts spinning a web of false narratives. One such narrative involves a supposed Chinese intervention in U.S. affairs. This involves the popular social media platform TikTok, accused of retaining American data in China, promoting censorship, and spreading misinformation. But the irony is stark. TikTok has become a beacon for the student movement, a digital megaphone amplifying their voices and their denunciations of atrocities committed in distant lands. It's the very platform that is helping the movement connect and go viral, reaching a global audience and inspiring similar protests in Germany, France, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Australia, and Mexico. The establishment, however, sees this as a threat. Both Democrats and Republicans, including President Biden, are advocating for the ban of TikTok. They fear the uncontrollable spread of information, the crisis being aired in real time, and the narrative slipping from their grasp. In an attempt to control the narrative, both Democrats and Republicans, including President Biden, are advocating for the ban of TikTok, the very platform amplifying the voice of the student movement. Like a ripple in a pond, the student movement is spreading, reaching beyond the borders of the United States. It's fascinating to see how this wave of change has touched the shores of Germany, France, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Australia, and even Mexico. In these countries, we're witnessing the sprouting of protests and camps in favor of Palestine, echoing the sentiment of the American student movement. What's interesting is how this has reshaped the perception of corporations and universities. Many of these institutions are seen as financiers of belligerent projects in Palestine. This perception has created a connection, a common thread, linking different civic and political movements around the globe. It's like a spider weaving a web, and every strand represents a different movement, all interconnected, all part of the same struggle. This is not just about students anymore, it's about people from all walks of life standing together, advocating for the same cause. It's about a shared vision of a more equitable world, a world where power is not concentrated in the hands of a few, but distributed among the many. It's about challenging the status quo and sparking a change. The student movement is evolving into a broader socio-political movement, weaving a new narrative in the fabric of global politics. This is not just a ripple anymore, it's a wave, and it's getting stronger with each passing day. The student movement and the elite's response have created a political labyrinth, with potential implications for the future of American politics. Currently, we see a robust student movement on one hand, and on the other, a strong elite response, including instances of police brutality against university students. This dynamic has created a complex scenario that could influence the political aspirations of key figures like Biden and Trump. It's clear that the students' objections, centered on the Israeli rights genocide in Gaza, are resonating across the nation. Moreover, the importance of the youthful vote, a coveted demographic, cannot be underestimated. The ongoing tension between these two forces may potentially reshape the political landscape. As this unfolds, it's important to remember that the student movement isn't just about domestic issues, it's also about international solidarity. The political dilemmas are delicate, but one thing is certain. The student movement has instigated a conversation that is resonating not just in the United States, but around the world. Before we wrap up, we want to take a moment to thank you, our viewers, for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this content and found it informative, please hit that like button below. It helps us to understand what topics interest you and how we can better serve you. Furthermore, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so. By subscribing, you'll not only gain access to more insightful content like this, but you'll also be joining a community of individuals who value informed discussions on pressing issues. We also invite you to follow our channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on the latest developments. As we continue to explore the implications of the student movement and its effect on the political landscape, we want to ensure you don't miss a beat. Once again, thank you for your support, and stay tuned for more. Together, we can continue to dissect, understand, and engage with the world around us.